My name is Bob Easter, and I'm currently serving as the president at the University of Illinois. I joined this faculty in Urbana back in 1976. I'm an animal scientist. I work in animal production with a focus on nutrition of animals. And I've had the opportunity over the years to do quite a bit of work internationally, so I'm pleased to have an association with this particular project. I think the reality is that there have been any number of studies over a long period of time showing that there's significant food losses, particularly in developing countries. And if you think about that, every bit of food that is lost has to be made up by increasing production. And that sometimes is a very difficult challenge because it calls for more land, it calls for more inputs, and it means that people who ought to be receiving adequate diets are not able to. It's a big problem. I think there's been a real growth in awareness of the extent to which food products are lost between the time they're harvested and the time they reach the consumer. And in fact, it's an issue. I was just in Washington earlier this week visiting with State Department officials. It's something that's quite of concern to them, and I think it's timely. In fact, one could argue that the Postharvest Loss Institute here at the University of Illinois is ahead of the curve in terms of engaging with this particular problem. I think it was great insight on the part of the leadership of ADM to recognize the problem and to seek to engage with finding solutions proactively. I think a question often comes up: why would an American university, particularly a land-grant university that's very concerned with very local problems to the state and the Midwestern region, why would that university want to become involved in something of this nature? And I think in part it's because of the educational opportunities for our students, but more often than not, it's in these kind of engagements that we discover concepts and ideas that become important to us right here at home. So it is an opportunity to add to our knowledge base in ways that will perhaps within a few years allow us to grapple in a different way with issues here in Midwestern agriculture. I had the opportunity about a month ago to spend some time in India, and while I was there, I was able to review some of the survey work that had been done by a consultant, and also to get out into the field to talk with farmers, to observe some of their practices. And I think what one sees, first of all, is that Indian agriculture is very different from agriculture in the Midwestern United States, and it's a very small scale. And that means that the technologies must be adaptable to that scale of agriculture and affordable. I think it becomes obvious too as you look at the data and as you experience the actual on-the-ground activities that storage is an issue, post-harvest storage, moving things through the chain all the way to the consumer also create challenges. So there's opportunity from the field literally to the consumer's plate to improve practices that are currently in use.